Good afternoon everyone. Another Sunday out walking the dogs, and thank goodness indeed that the rain's finally subsided and we can get out without having to get soaked every time we leave the front door. I hope the weather is good for you too, although I hear Tiree's not looking too good at the moment, Mary tells me. Anyway, my bit's very short this week because there's lots in the videos about what we've been doing for the last week and what we're about to do from the forthcoming week and for indeed the term. So feel free to scroll to the bits that is most relevant for you, but of course I would advise you to watch the whole thing. You'll find it very interesting. I would begin by saying that our first week back saw us getting into our routines. Well, as far as possible, given there was a strike midweek with the primary being off on the Tuesday and the high schools being off on the Wednesday. But I do hope that you took my advice from last week and used the time to either jump onto Google Classroom or that you enjoyed reading and pursuing your hobbies. All good learning activities. As for me, just a wee short bit, most of my week was spent catching up with the deputies and the principal teachers, making sure that we were set for the term ahead. Also meeting our contractors, ensuring that all's well with the building and that all our contracts and all the orders that we need to run the school and the building are all in hand. I tend to find that the Christmas holidays and the bad weather always add a degree of disruption that we have to negotiate. However, having said that, and back to curriculum, Friday saw me at a head teachers conference which included a session with civil servants for the Scottish Government discussing another part of the ongoing national review. Now, I've shared that information with you over the last 6 months or so on videos and in letters and with government links. Following on from the recommendations made by the OECD, which you've seen a report of, and the Mew report, which I've sent you a copy of, we've now started to look at reviewing the school curriculum across the country. These sort of discussions focused on how we view the curriculum as it stands just now, how the BGE, S1 to 3, links into the senior phase, S4 to 6. Should we have compulsory subjects? If we do, how many should we have? And whatever changes we make, are we going to make these in a sensible time frame? These are the type of areas for discussion that we're going to have with pupils, and I would ask you to look out for future podcasts. We've got kids in Oban and kids in Tiree making podcasts this term, and their views will come to the fore in these podcasts, and that might help you share your views when we put out the review links for this next one. I've already sent out the links for the qualifications and assessment, the Gaelic and Scots language and the skills review, but if you missed any of them and you want to know more, just Google Scottish Government Education National Review and that will take you to all the national links of all the different parts of the review. Right, that's enough for me. I'm going to pass on to quite a busy video from staff and pupils. Please try and watch it all. It is a bit longer than normal, but if you've not got the time, at least scroll to the people who are most likely to give you the information you want. Thanks very much, and I hope you have a lovely week ahead.
Hello and Happy New Year. We welcomed our primary pupils back to school this week and have had a busy 4 days filled with learning and getting back into our normal routines. In numeracy, primary 5s this week were learning to find factors of a number. They were able to find the highest common factor of a group of numbers. Our primary 6 and 7 pupils were using their knowledge of factors to identify prime numbers. Games Club started on Thursday during morning break, where our primary 6 and 7 pupils were developing their cooperation and listening skills while playing board games and having the chance to catch up with their friends and have a laugh together. This will continue this term on Thursday morning break times. This week, both primary 5 to 7 classes began learning about sound in science. Their focus is to research how animals communicate in order to explain how sound vibrations travel through different mediums. This week they were recapping what they already knew about how sound travels and experimented with different sounds. Now, I know many of you are waiting patiently to hear the new date for our postponed Christmas shows, and I am very pleased that we have managed to set a date, which is Monday the 30th of January. This does seem quite far away at the moment, but it was important for us that we took this week to get back into our normal routines and learning, and then this will give us 2 full weeks to get the shows back up and running to the level that they were ready to perform for you all. Now, our shows are Christmas shows, so we are inviting you all to get into the Christmas spirit again just for one evening. Look out your Santa hats, bring them along, and please come and join us for a fun evening on the 30th of January.
Welcome to Tiree Nursery News. We welcomed all our children back to the nursery on Monday. It was great to see everyone. Some of the children took time to look through the nursery floor book, and they were remembering all the things that they had done before Christmas. Let's take a few moments to listen to what the children had to say. So we're looking through our nursery floor book, aren't we, Freya Rose? You're going to show me and tell me all about the wonderful things that you've been doing.
That's me looking at a suit's fox, but if I went in, he would put me in his suit.
No. The children then turned the page and came across all the information about their 2-mile walk that they did for charity.
That's my favourite.
That's your favourite,
and that's
your favourite. For the next few weeks, the children want to find out all about people that help us. This week, they really wanted to look at what the police do. And next week, they want to find out more about doctors and nurses. This week, the children chose the storybook Shh. They had to enter a giant's castle and everybody had to be very quiet so not to wake the giants up. This was an amazing story. I wonder what the children will choose to read next week. Parents and carers will receive invitations next week to come along to a stay and play event, and also there will be a parental learning event on numeracy for all children that are working at early level. Have a great weekend.
Hello, has sin deireadh na céad teachcan i riach, bheith féad bheith duine éicin i riast, agus ha mí dóchas gon de chóst na surlaichin di se duine. The S5 prelim timetable has been sent home and the prelims start on Monday the 16th for 5th years. S4 reports are being prepared and will be going home to parents in 2 weeks' time. Practical music exams are coming up soon, so the music room will be open at lunchtime from 1 p.m. for S4 and 5 music pupils to practice. Music Club and the Monday Girls Sports Club start up again this week coming, and lunchtime clubs are already underway. Do let us know if there are any other activities you'd like to see on the list for lunchtime clubs. And lastly, Miss Ingram has become a My Tribe lead champion and 10 pupils have signed up to help raise awareness of sanitary products and where to access them. Remember, you can order a range of sanitary products for free from mytribeargyle.co.uk. Si dde von Ardsgol, go be Joe Herkin ac of Siúla.
Hi everyone, I hope you're well and that you're able to get some really good quality downtime over the Christmas break. I'd like to chat through how we can join together in supporting our seniors over the next few months leading up to our final SQ exams that start at the end of April. It's a stressful time for pupils, families and staff as we all work tirelessly to ensure every young person can reach their potential. But we often hear that families are perhaps a bit unsure of how to support a young person beyond ensuring good attendance, good effort, and being well rested and so on. There are a number of really crucial roles families and supporters can do from home. Across the country, young people sitting 7 National 5s or 5 Highers are encouraged to find 10 hours to revise and complete tasks out with school. This sounds a massive task, but in fact it's not that difficult to organise. Imagine the benefits that an extra 150 hours of revision would do to confidence and progress. There are a number of ways you can find those 10 hours. For example, attending supported study sessions after school each week. That could use up to 4 of those 10 hours. Or perhaps, if a young person spends a lot of time travelling to and from school, they could make audio recordings of key points they could listen to, or use apps like Microsoft Lens to convert text to audio. I can't read on a bus, and it's maybe not that cool reading on a bus. So after that, you spend a further hour each night, and suddenly you've still got plenty of crucial downtime and social time, but you've found 10 hours. Families are key to supporting, encouraging, and helping young people stick to these plans. Knowing the schedule and asking to see work completed, or asking how you're getting on with that specific target. One of the big differences that recent learning strategies has taught us is that it's not rereading stuff or highlighting stuff that helps. It's actually practicing recall. So finding that information again, getting the information out and onto a page is what you need to practice. One of the best ways to do this is through the use of flip cards. So the key points are detailed on the card. It's handed then to a family member, and a young person then tells you the key points on that card. They may need a few hints at the start, but repetition will help with this. I hope that was useful, and have a great week. Thanks very much.